take a breath. Let it be slow, gentle, like the wind brushing through trees at sunrise. You are here now, not in the past, not in the future, but in this sacred, living moment. And that is enough. There is no need to strive, no need to prove, no need to chase anything, because in this space, you are held. Let the noise fade, the to-do lists, the pressure, the self-doubt. Let it all settle like dust falling through a golden shaft of light. There is a deeper rhythm beneath it all, a quiet, ancient stillness. It's not out there, it's inside you, and it has been waiting patiently for you to return. Breathe again. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Relax your hands. Come home to yourself. In this stillness, you begin to remember who you are, not the roles you play, not the labels you've been given, not the fears that visit you in the night, but by listening. What is asking to be heard right now? What quiet longing have you hidden beneath the surface? What pain is whispering for compassion? What joy is waiting to be noticed? You don't need to fix anything in this moment. Just notice, just allow. This is a sacred listening, a return to truth, a sacred homecoming to your own soul. Let yourself be still, and in this stillness, feel the presence of something greater, something beyond names and forms. Call it source, call it light, call it love. It does not matter what name you use. It is here. It has always been here, and it knows you. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be to begin again. Breathe into that. Let it soften the corners of your heart. Let it bring warmth to the places inside you that feel cold. Let it awaken your memory of who you really are. You are not separate from the sacred. You are not outside of love. You are the flame and the spark, the river and the drop, the question and the answer. Let this stillness hold you. Let it wash over you like rain. Let it fill you with peace without needing to understand why. No performance, no perfection, especially not fear. Fear has a voice, loud, persistent. It pretends to protect you, but so often it only cages you. Fear says, don't open your heart, don't speak your truth, don't let go. But that voice is not the truth, because beneath the noise, there is a deeper voice, soft, steady. So now, let's loosen our grip. The grip on needing to know everything. The grip on being perfect. The grip on outcomes you cannot control. The grip on the people, the plans, the pressure. Just for now, loosen it. Let your fingers relax. Let your heart soften. Repeat gently in your own mind or out loud if you wish. I release the need to control. I release the fear that holds me back. I release the belief that I am not enough. I release the pressure to be anyone but myself. Say it again, slowly, as if each word could melt a chain wrapped around your chest. I release. I surrender. I trust. There is such strength in letting go. Letting go does not mean weakness. It means wisdom. It means remembering that you were never meant to carry everything. Control is heavy, but trust is light. And you are allowed to choose light. You are allowed to breathe deeper. You are allowed to stop bracing for what might go wrong. Inhale slowly, and as you exhale, imagine all the invisible weight pouring out of you like fog lifting off the sea. Feel the space you're creating. This is what freedom feels like. Not loud, not flashy, but quiet, deep, and sacred. Let your body remember what it's like to feel safe again. Safe not because everything is perfect, but because you're no longer resisting what is. Now bring to mind something you've been gripping tightly. An expectation, a resentment, a fear. Imagine placing it in your open hands. And as you breathe out, imagine releasing it into the wind. You don't have to solve it right now. You don't have to force it to go away. You just have to stop carrying it alone. Trust that the universe or the divine can hold what you can't. Let these words echo gently in your heart. I am not what I fear. I am not my past. I am not my anxiety or shame. I am the one who watches, the one who feels, the one who survives and still chooses love. Let these words sink deeper. There is no shame in resting, no shame in softening, no shame in not having all the answers. Let go. Let the moment hold you. Breathe in this truth. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to not know. You are allowed to be where you are. In this soft surrender, you are returning to peace, to presence, to yourself. Let go, live free, and trust that whatever is next will meet you where you are, when you are ready, because for now, this is enough. You are enough. Let your breath find you again. Not rushed, not forced, just flowing like a quiet stream beneath the trees. You've let go. Now, let in. Let in the light. Let in the softness. Let in the gift of this moment. Gratitude is not reserved for the perfect days. It's not something we wait for. It's something we choose. Even here, even now, especially now. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Let your heart stretch just a little wider. That even if you don't feel it fully, speak it softly. I am grateful to be here. Here where my breath rises and falls. Here where I am no longer rushing. Here where I remember that life is already enough. Let the edges of your awareness soften. No judgment, no comparing, just noticing. This is where the sacred lives, not in the grand, but in the ordinary. You don't need a reason to feel thankful. The moment is the reason. Inhale deeply, as if you are inhaling the whole sky. And as you exhale, whisper quietly, thank you. Let it be a whisper from your soul to the universe, not for anything in particular, but for everything, for this breath, for this chance, for this day you get to begin again. feel your body. Feel the miracle that you are. Your heartbeat, your senses, your ability to feel joy and pain, and everything in between. You are alive, not just surviving, but sensing, moving, breathing, becoming. Let that realization open something inside you. You don't have to strive for worthiness. You don't have to earn peace. You are at peace. You are light. You are a quiet miracle wrapped in skin. Now, listen to this truth. Gratitude is the bridge from fear to love. When we remember what we have, we remember who we are. And what we have right here is enough. Take a moment now to say thank you to something you may have forgotten to thank lately. Maybe your body, for carrying you even on hard days. Maybe your breath, for being with you through every storm. Maybe your spirit, for not giving up. Let that thankfulness fill you like a gentle tide. You don't need fireworks. You don't need more. You only need to be here, and truly here. Because when you are present, you are free. Free from the past that no longer defines you. Free from the future you cannot control. Free from the illusions that distract you from now. Now is the gift. This is where the sacred whispers. This is where the healing begins. Repeat softly, as if in prayer, I am here. I am grateful. I am whole. Let those words fall like light rain on your heart. You don't need to do anything. Just rest in this stillness. You are being restored. You are being remembered. You are being rewoven into the quiet rhythm of life. Now bring your hands to your heart, if it feels right. Feel the warmth. Feel the pulse. Feel the quiet strength that has carried you here. And whisper one last time, thank you for this breath, for this life, for this sacred now. Let this be your offering. Let this be your joy. Now that you've arrived in the stillness, in the peace of presence, let your heart begin to open, not outward first, but inward. To feel compassion is to remember that we are all trying, all carrying something unseen, all hoping to be met with gentleness. So we begin by meeting ourselves there. Bring your awareness to your heart, not just the beat, but the space, the quiet room within. Let those words flow like warm light through you. This is not indulgence. This is not a weakness. This is healing. You cannot pour from an empty soul. You cannot extend love from a place of absence. So take this moment to feel tenderness for the one person you've always lived with. You. Think of a time you needed compassion, but didn't receive it. Now offer it. Wrap your inner child in silence and say, you didn't have to be perfect. I see you. This is the beginning of connection. Now breathe in, and as you exhale, let your awareness stretch gently outward. Let it drift to someone you care about. Picture their face, not their faults, not their flaws, just their humanness, their story, their light, whether they are close or far, whether you speak often or rarely. Let this be your offering. Let your breath be a blessing. Let your heart be a quiet prayer. And now, let your compassion stretch even further to those you may struggle with, to those who hurt or judge or don't understand. This is not permission for pain. This is liberation from it. Compassion doesn't mean forgetting. It means not carrying what you no longer need. Let that wish rise like incense and drift where it's needed. You are not here to carry everyone's weight, but you are here to remember we are more alike than we are different. And when we meet even one soul with compassion, we change the world in small, unseen ways. Now breathe in deeply, slowly, and with your next exhale, send compassion out even further to the tired, to the lonely, to the grieving, to the hopeful, to the forgotten, to the ones dancing in joy and the ones weeping in silence. May all beings be free. May all beings be seen. May all beings return home to themselves. Let those words ripple outward like circles on water. You are not separate. You are not alone. You are part of this vast, fragile, beautiful web of life. And when you choose compassion, you heal more than yourself. You become the quiet thread that mends the torn places. You become the light that helps someone else find their way. You become what you once needed and now can offer. Let your presence be your prayer. Let your love be your legacy. Breathe in and feel the shared breath of humanity. Breathe out and release anything that keeps you from loving. In this stillness, you are deeply connected to yourself, to others, to all that lives. And when you walk back into the noise of the world, carry this softness with you. Let it be the way you look, the way you speak, the way you choose gentleness when it's easier not to, because you are not separate from the sacred. You are made of it, and in every act of compassion, you return to who you've always been. You've come far now, through silence, through softness, through the tender gate of compassion. Now you stand before a quiet threshold, the place where the path disappears and trust begins. This is the hardest part, isn't it? We spend so much of life trying to hold everything together, trying to predict, to plan, to protect. We grip the steering wheel of life so tightly that we forget we are not always the driver. So now, in this gentle moment, let your hands release. Let the illusion of control slip through your fingers like falling leaves. You are not losing anything. You are returning to what holds you. Take a slow breath. Let it rise. Let it fall. And with it, let go. Let go of the story that says you must always be strong. Let go of the fear that if you stop, everything will crumble. Let go of the need to know. In this moment, knowing is not required. Only presence, only trust. Let those words become a prayer, not from your lips, but from your life. There is a wisdom greater than yours guiding this moment. A rhythm older than time breathing through your days. You don't have to force it. You only have to let it in. Sometimes surrender feels like defeat, but in truth, it's the bravest act of all. Because to surrender is to open, to lean into the mystery, to stop wrestling with what was never yours to carry. Let go of the map, the plan, the pressure, and in the empty space that remains, feel something ancient, something alive, begin to rise within you. This is trust, not blind, not naive, but wise. It knows that even in the falling, there is grace. Even in the darkness, there is light waiting. Even when you can't see the path, you are still being led. Breathe that in. Let your chest expand with the weightlessness of trust. Let yourself sink into it like warm water, like dusk settling gently over a field, like faith that doesn't need proof, only presence. Feel the release in your body, shoulders softening, jaw unclenching, heart unlocking. Let your breath become a sacred rhythm. Inhale, I trust. Exhale, I let go again and again until you feel the fear dissolve, until the tightness gives way to peace. This is not giving up. This is giving over to something wiser, something deeper, something whole. You don't have to carry every burden. You don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to know what's next. You only have to show up, open, willing, real, and let life meet you there. Now, picture yourself at the edge of a vast ocean. The horizon is soft. The water is calm. You don't know what lies beyond, but you are no longer afraid. You step forward, not because you know what will happen, but because you trust you'll be guided. Let that image live in you. Let it become your compass. That is enough. That is always enough. You are not alone on this path. Even when you feel lost, you are being carried. Even when it's quiet, you are being spoken to. Even when the way is unclear, you are exactly where you need to be. Surrender is not the end. It is the beginning, the doorway to true freedom, to joy not built on achievement, to peace not dependent on outcomes. So breathe again, deeper now, fuller. Let those words be your lullaby. Let your breath be your anchor. Let trust be your way home. Breathe again, not as something to do, but as something to return to, because here, in the breath, in the quiet, beneath all the noise, there is a voice. It's soft, but steady, quiet, but certain. It does not demand your attention. It invites it. It does not push. It waits. This is your inner light, your compass when all signs fail, your whisper when the world is loud. Not the voice of fear, not the voice of doubt, but the still, unwavering flame that flickers in the center of your soul. Now, let yourself arrive at that center. Close your eyes and drop beneath the surface, beneath the expectations, beneath the weight of all the outside noise. There it is, that quiet knowing, that pulse of peace, that truth that doesn't need permission. It has always been there. You were just distracted by everything else. Now ask it gently, without pressure. What is true for me? What is right, not for them, not for the world, but for me? And wait. Wait with the patience of one who trusts that answers come in their own time. Sometimes they arrive like lightning, clear and sudden. Other times they arrive like dawn, soft and gradual, light growing minute by minute, until everything is illuminated. However it comes, trust it. This voice may not sound like logic. It may not follow anyone else's rules, but it will always feel like peace. It will always feel like home. The world may try to pull you in 100 directions. It may ask you to be louder, faster, more. But your inner light will ask only this: be real, be still, be honest with yourself. This is not the voice of the ego. It doesn't compete. It doesn't panic. It speaks in nudges, in knowing glances, in sudden clarity that feels like remembering. You don't need to chase wisdom. You only need to return to it. It already lives inside you. So now, breathe into that knowing. Let it fill your chest with warmth. Let it fill your spine with strength. Let it settle in your heart like quiet confidence. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not late. Everything you need is already within you. Let that be your prayer today. Not for something outside to save you, but for the courage to trust your own light. Because sometimes the most spiritual act is to follow your inner truth, even when no one else understands. That is sacred. That is enough. Let those words soak in. Let them echo. That is your path. That is the way home. In a world full of noise, be the quiet one who listens before they act, who moves only when it feels right, who lets their soul lead the way. The mind may doubt. The world may question. But your spirit will always know. Stay close to it. Tend to it. Like a lantern in the dark. Like a sacred fire in a quiet room. This is your gift, and no one can take it from you. Breathe in. Feel the warmth of that truth. Feel the clarity of that light. Feel the power of simply trusting yourself. You don't need to see the whole path. You only need to take the next true step, and the next, and the next, guided by something deeper than fear, stronger than doubt, quieter than the noise, your inner light, your intuition, your soul's own compass. Follow it. Breathe in, and this time, let the breath remind you, you are already here, not in the past, not in the future, but now, always now. This moment, right here, right now, is the only one that truly exists. Everything else is memory or imagination. Only this breath, this feeling, this space is real, so let go. Not in force, but in kindness. Let go of trying to fix what cannot be fixed. Let go of trying to change what has already passed. Let go of needing the future to be anything other than what it will be. Come home to now, to this warm pause between before and after, to this inhale, to this exhale. Nothing to chase, nothing to prove, nothing to solve. Only this moment, pure, alive, and waiting for your attention. Feel the stillness beneath everything, even when your thoughts race, even when emotions swirl like wind. Beneath it all, there is always stillness, and you can return to it. You don't need permission. You don't need to earn it. Stillness is your birthright. Acceptance is your strength. There is nothing weak about surrender. There is nothing passive about presence. To be truly here, to feel what is without running, takes courage. So feel the breath in your chest. Feel the weight of your body supported by the earth. Feel the way life is happening, not to you, but around you, with you, through you. Let those words soak in. Let them hold you. There is no need to rush into the next thing. No need to rewrite what has already happened. This moment, exactly as it is, holds everything you need. Even the hard things. Even the silence. Even the things you wish were different. Acceptance doesn't mean approval. It doesn't mean giving up. It means letting life be what it is before you try to change it. Because peace doesn't come from control. It comes from connection. Connection to the breath. Connection to your body. Connection to this gentle, passing moment. Feel it move through you. Feel how temporary it all is. The joy, the discomfort, the noise, the calm, all of it arises and fades, so let life flow. Be the watcher, not the controller. Be the listener, not the one who always must speak. There is wisdom in stillness. There is power in pausing. Now, notice one small thing. Maybe it's the rhythm of your heartbeat. Maybe the texture of your breath. Maybe the way your shoulders soften just a little when you remember that you are safe. These small things, they are sacred, and so are you. You don't need to escape to feel peace. You don't need to fix your whole life before you can breathe again. You only need to return to this moment, to this now, to this quiet truth. You are already enough. You are already here. And this moment, just this one, is a gift. Let that be your prayer today. Not a request for something more, but a thank you for what already is. Because when you stop resisting, when you stop running, when you stop demanding the world to be different, something beautiful happens. You arrive, and in your arrival, there is freedom. So breathe again. Let it be simple. Let it be soft. You are here. You are held. You are home. Close your eyes and take one more breath, slow, spacious, and unforced. Let the world around you blur as the stillness within you begins to speak. There is something sacred about not knowing, something holy about the space between certainty and surrender. We spend so much of life trying to predict, to prepare, to protect ourselves from the unknown. But life, in its most honest form, has never promised certainty. It only promises presence. You are not meant to know the whole path. You are meant to walk it, step by uncertain step, with open hands and a quiet heart. So release the need for answers. Let go of the weight of control. These are not words of weakness. They are the soft-spoken language of deep strength, because it takes courage to walk forward in the dark, to place one foot in front of the other, even when the destination is unclear. It takes faith to let go of the illusion that you must know everything before you begin. Feel that now, the vastness ahead of you. It may feel empty, but it is not. The unknown is not a void. It is not chaos. It is not punishment. It is possibility. It is potential. It is the silent soil from which all miracles are born. The seeds of your future are hidden in this silence, in the spaces you have not yet dared to enter, in the pages you have not yet written. And you are not alone. You are never walking into the unknown without guidance, without light, because that same silence within you, the one that breathes with you now, is the light that leads the way. Call it intuition, call it spirit, call it divine rhythm. It does not need a name, only your trust. So trust. Trust that when things fall away, they are making space. Trust that delays are often redirections. Trust that the answers are already on their way, even if you cannot hear them yet. You don't need to force clarity. You don't need to beg for signs. You only need to stay present and listen. Life whispers more than it shouts, and sometimes the stillness is the sign. So sit in it. Let the quiet hold you. Let the uncertainty soften you. This too is sacred. This waiting, this wondering, this space where nothing seems certain and everything feels possible. Let it be enough. You are not lost. You are becoming, not broken, but bending into something wiser, freer, more whole. You don't need to know what's next to be okay. You don't need a plan to be at peace, because peace isn't found in knowing. It's found in trusting. Trusting that whatever comes, you will meet it with grace, that whatever path appears, your soul will know the way. You have made it through storms before. You have faced endings that felt like too much. You have walked through shadows and found your way back to the light. You can do it again and again and again, because deep within you, beneath the fear, beneath the worry, beneath the need to figure it all out, there is a part of you that already trusts, that already knows. Life is unfolding, and I am exactly where I'm meant to be. And let those words echo in your body. Let them become the rhythm of your days. And when doubt returns, as it always does, welcome it, but do not worship it. Let it pass, like a passing cloud, as you return again to the simple, sacred knowing that you are held by something greater, even in the unknown. Especially in the unknown, you don't need to carry the whole sky. You only need to take the next breath and the next step. That is enough. You are enough. Take another breath, and let this breath be an invitation, not to fix, not to force, but simply to heal. You don't have to be whole to begin. You don't need to feel strong to surrender. You only need to soften, to listen, to let life hold you where words cannot. Because healing is not loud. It does not arrive with applause. It does not demand your perfection. Healing begins in the quietest places, in the small moments when you stop pretending you're okay. When you say, I'm tired, I'm hurt, and that is courage. So here in this stillness, let whatever is heavy begin to rise, not to overwhelm you, but to leave you. That sadness you've carried for so long, you don't need to explain it. Just let it exhale. That anger buried beneath smiles, you don't need to justify it. Just let it move through you like a wave and dissolve on the shore of your breath. That shame clinging to the past, you don't need to wear it anymore. You are not your wounds. You are the light that continues despite them. So give yourself permission to forgive, not because everything was okay, but because you deserve peace. Forgive the version of you that didn't know better. Forgive the moments you fell short, or lashed out, or hid away when the world felt too sharp. Forgive yourself for surviving. You were doing your best, even then, especially then. And now you're choosing something different. You're choosing to heal, to renew, to rise, not as someone untouched by pain, but as someone softened by it. You are not broken. You are becoming. Let your voice carry those words like a prayer. Let them echo in your body like morning light. You don't need a reason to rest. You don't need permission to let go. Rest because you're worthy. Let go because you're ready. There is no shame in slowing down, no failure in needing space. This is your time to soften, to mend, to rediscover the parts of you that have always been whole. Feel the warmth return, not in a rush, but in ripples. Let it begin in the chest, then the arms, then the jaw that forgot how to unclench. Breathe. Let it move through your spine. Let it kiss the tiredness from your legs. Let it reach the shadows you've locked away. You are not here to punish yourself. You are here to come home. So return to your body, to your breath, to your beautiful, imperfect self. You don't need to go back to who you were. You're not meant to. You are being called into someone new, someone softer, wiser, more honest. This is your renewal, and it will not be rushed. Let it unfold like spring through frost. Let it whisper through you like a quiet yes to life. You are allowed to feel joy again, to laugh again, to love again deeply, fully, freely. This is your invitation, not to escape life, but to return to it. And every time your heart beats, every time you breathe without effort, you are reminded you are still here, still becoming, still blooming, in your own time. And now, rest. Let the silence continue what the words have begun. You don't have to do anything more tonight. You are enough. You are healing. And you are home. There is a voice within you, a whisper that has never stopped speaking, even when the world grew loud, even when your mind was full, even when you forgot how to listen. It has been there, waiting, patient, not in the words you read or the noise you absorb, but in the pauses, in the quiet, in the stillness behind every breath. It is not the voice of fear. It doesn't shout or demand. It doesn't need to prove anything. This is the voice of your soul, the part of you that remembers what the world made you forget, the wisdom that cannot be taught, only remembered. Take a breath and listen, not with your ears, but with your presence. There is nothing you need to force. There is nothing you need to chase. You are already connected to everything that matters. The truth you are seeking has always lived within you. The mind analyzes, but the soul knows. And yet we forget. We outsource our clarity. We collect answers from voices that were never ours to begin with. But not now, not here. Here you return to the only compass that never breaks. You are not lost. You are simply remembering your path. The soul speaks in symbols, in dreams, in sensations that don't need explaining. It speaks in stillness. It speaks in alignment. It speaks in the quiet courage to follow what feels true, even when no one else understands. There is nothing more sacred than living in harmony with that truth. Wait, breathe, listen. You don't need to rush the answer. It will rise like dawn, soft, clear, and inevitable. Sometimes your wisdom will sound like peace, other times like fire. It may ask you to leave what is familiar. It may ask you to be still when the world runs, but it will never ask you to abandon yourself. The wisdom of the soul is not loud, but it is steady. It doesn't beg for attention. It offers alignment. It doesn't promise perfection. It promises presence. And even when the path is uncertain, you are not alone. You are held, you are guided. And that guidance, it doesn't come from outside. It is born in silence, in honesty, in trust. You don't need a sign. You are the sign. You don't need to wait for clarity. You can choose it by choosing yourself. No matter what has happened before, no matter what fear may whisper, you are allowed to live by the wisdom you carry. That you don't need to explain your path to those who don't walk it. You only need to walk it with love, because the wisest version of you is already within you. You are the question, and you are the answer. You are the seeker, and you are sacred. Let go of the noise now. Let the quiet rise again. Let the soft truth of your soul fill the space like gentle light. In the end, all that matters is that you lived in a way that was true to your soul, to your spirit, to the quiet wisdom you were born with. Rest now, in knowing, in alignment, in peace. In this breath, there is something to be thankful for. Even now, even here, even if all you have is the breath itself. Gratitude is not an obligation. It is a quiet notice, a sacred return to the ordinary miracles we so often overlook it. A warm beam of sunlight on your skin, a kind word, a deep inhale, a moment of silence where you remember you are alive. When we thank life, life softens, not because it changes, but because we do. We see more clearly. We open more gently. We receive more freely. Gratitude is grace made visible. It turns what we have into more than enough. It transforms the mundane into holy ground. Grace does not ask for perfection. It asks for presence. It asks for humility. It asks for open hands instead of clenched fists. Even in the unknown, you can choose to thank the path. Even in the waiting, you can bless the moment. This is the alchemy of the soul, noticing beauty where others see none, feeling abundance where nothing seems certain, finding holiness in the ordinary. You are alive, you are breathing, you are aware, and that alone is a miracle. So today, may you walk with thankfulness in your heart. May grace meet you in quiet ways. May you see the invisible gifts life has placed itself around you. The laughter of someone you love, the breeze, the stars, the silence, everything is a gift. When your heart is open to receive, let that be your prayer, not only today, but every day you have journeyed through. Stillness, trust, healing, surrender, presence, and now gratitude. This prayer was never about answers. It was about remembering. Remembering that you are already whole, already worthy, enough already. No matter what the world says, you can live from your center. You can rest in your spirit. You can begin again with softness, with courage, with light. So now, close your eyes. Take one last deep breath and remember this truth. You are held. You are guided. You are loved. Thank you for being here, for listening, for honoring this sacred space with your presence. If these words touched you, if you found peace or clarity in this journey, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let others know they are not alone. Your reflection may be someone else's light. And if you feel called to, subscribe, stay connected, and join us again for more moments of reflection and spiritual rest. Until then, breathe gently, walk kindly, and live truthfully. Amen and peace be with you. Let's walk this journey together. Subscribe for weekly prayers.